there's this great big orangey yellow thing glowing in the sky. What is it? Hello my friends, welcome to RTR TV. The sun's actually come out, can't believe it, at last. Right, why am I in the woods today? Deep in the woods. Well, I bought this chair, folding chair. If you watched my video last week, you saw me struggling to try and get up off the floor. And I've decided I can't do that anymore, not really. So I've bit the bullet and bought myself a little portable folding camping stool. And I'll find myself a nice little spot and I'll get it out. We will deploy it, see what it looks like. So I'll bring you back in a minute. So this is it, it comes in this nice bag. I think it's called LYHLYA. I can't pronounce the actual word, but it costs £22. Comes in two colours. If you get the red one, it's £19.99 or £20. I've got the green one, but basically that is it. And as soon as you unwrap this Velcro, it wants to deploy. It's elasticated joints in it, but you've got to be careful with it, and it can be a bit of a git to get back together again. Right, hang on. Yeah, let's get it sorted together. See, it deploys like that, upside down. It's got this little net. You have to take one of these, this leg out here, which is awkward. I guess there is a knack to it. You have to feed it through the other side.
Yeah, there's definitely a knack to it. You can trap your fingers too. Oh my god.
Wow. That's it. And it's not that easy to deploy really. But let's try it out. Let's sit down on the thing, see if it works for that. Wow, there we go. That is much better. Much better. So it says it can take up to £150, £200, something like that. I'm not quite that yet. Well, I am quite heavy, I am 17 stone, so work that out if you want to. You can take, it seems to be okay. So I'm going to have a little cookout actually. I'm going to cook a steak on my Bushbox XL. If you remember, I said I was going to use the grill plate on that, because I've only ever used it once. So let's get that set up. I'll tell you what, before I turn you off, to get that set up, see this, I'm sitting under this giant oak tree here. You see it there, giant oak. But I would normally sit down on something like these fallen branches and have my tarp. But yeah, I think this makes more sense. Let's get set up. So yeah, there's the Bushbox XL, and there's the grill plate that goes on the top. And I haven't used this for ages. Can't remember how it goes actually. I think it's that way, isn't it? Yeah, it's the sideways. See, I haven't used it for so long, I can't remember. There's these little slots on the side and these little notches fit in there. Well, they should do. There you go. Fits on top, just like that. This is the extra, this is the large one, so you can have things on the side a little bit if you wanted to. But let's do the usual. get a cup of tea going. I think I'll just use a normal lighter today. Here we go. As always, I'm thinking one should be enough to get it all going. Got some little bits of kindling here. I'll get them in first, I think. There we go. Are we going? I think we are. Yes. That's doing the job. The kettle's all ready to go, so let's get that on. And while that's boiling, I'll show you the stool quickly. Yeah, so that's going nicely. But there's the stool. And if I bring you around, excuse my shadow. It's got this mesh underneath so you can store things in there. It's pretty good. And from the floor to the top, apparently it's 15.7 inches. So it's good. It's good for me, I tell you. I like it. It's comfortable. But it does mean I think I'm going to have to start bringing my bigger bag with me. But yeah, I'm liking it so far. Right, let's get my coffee in the cup, ready to go. Nice cup of coffee before we start. Let that settle down a bit. I'm going to take these trivets off now. There we go. I'm going to get this on nice and so it gets nice and hot. Right. See where that goes. There, like that. I think where it's buckled a little bit over time. I think that's it. I think that'll do. Something like that. So we'll let that get nice and hot. I'll show you what I've got to eat. Oop. Lovely Rump 21-day matured beef steak. That's going to be nice. So I'm going to put that on there. I'm not going to put too much wood in now. Just going to let it, maybe one a bit at a time so it gets that nice and hot. Look at that. Hang on. Let's get it out. Whew. Nice and thick. Let's see if we get a bit of a sizzle on. Ooh. Don't that look nice? A nice juicy steak. A rump steak in the woods, sitting on my comfy chair. And yeah, life doesn't get much better than this, does it, eh? Just want to, just going to put one glove on and try and make sure it doesn't stick to this too much, which it probably will. course. There we go. Take that glove off. Got to be careful here, I don't want to burn myself. And that is hot. Right, yeah. Oh. Excuse gloves. Just got to make sure it stays hot, that plate, that's all. So really only need to stick one bit of wood in there at a time, I think. Nice flame grilled steak. Yes indeed. Let's taste that a little bit. Yes. Very nice indeed. Let's have a swig of the old coffee. I do actually like my steaks to be well done. So, medium to well done. Still on the cookie dough. What I do like about the Stool, which is going to be good, is that I'm not relying on finding a dead branch or a tree stump to sit on, because I do tend to look for that when I'm going through the woods, but if I've got this, I'm going to be okay. But what I think it will mean is my beloved old backpack. And if you want to find out, the very first video I ever used this on, I think was on my 15th video, when I just came out of lockdown, and I bought that bag during lockdown, and I've had it on practically every video I've ever made since, when I've been out in the woods or down the beach. I think I'm going to have to get my big black backpack out again to carry this Stool in, but yeah, it's a lot more comfortable, I can say. Let's turn this steak over. Oh yes, that is doing nicely. I'm liking that. Not liking how this thing's fitting though. I think because the old Bushbox has suffered some warpage over the years. It's not fitting in there as good as it could. I probably could have slotted it in there better if it was cold. But hey, it's doing the job. That's what I like. It's doing the job. Cooking my rump. See how it's doing inside. Yeah, it's doing. I think I'll leave it a bit more on that side. This little holly tree growing here, right next to my bush box. I'll try not to disturb that. Rump steak. Rump steak. Lovely. and that is a comfortable stool. You may have seen, well, I hope you saw the debacle of me trying to set that up. It is awkward, to say the least, but once it's deployed properly, it's good. And it's also just as hard to fold away. So I'll bring you back when I'm trying to do that as well. There is a video on the website, there was, and they've taken it down for some reason. I can't find the video on Amazon. Yeah, that's where I got it from, Amazon, as usual, you know. But yeah, I'll show you that when I'm trying to fold it back down. Right, I think that's done, you know. The wood is nearly out, and take that off, let it cool down a bit. So there we go, look, a lovely 21-day matured rump steak, which is far as almost burnt out now. Let's tuck into this lovely looking steak. Oh, let's eat this. I'm going to use my penknife with it. I'll tell you what, when that sun is shining on you, it feels warm. Whoa. Medium rare, I'd say. Or maybe, yeah, medium. Oh my God, what a lovely bit of meat. What a lovely steak. Yeah, look. Medium. Don't want to put any condiments with it. I haven't even put any salt on it. But that is lovely. Let's have this gristly bit. Dip it in the juice that's come off the steak. Not gristly, fatty bit. Well, I think you know what I'm going to do. It's that time, isn't it? Bring you back in a minute. Last little bits. That was superb. Really enjoyed that. Really enjoyed that. Oh. I'll tell you what, that sun is so low in the sky. Well, that's the thing with winter sunshine, isn't it? I mean, I know we're starting to move into spring now, but winter sunshine, because the sun's always so low in the sky, always seems really a lot brighter than in the summer. Yeah. What a beautiful day. So glad the sun's shining at last. Yeah, this old bag I've been using for the last 5 years, roughly. It's nothing special, it's just an Ozark Trail bag from Asda or Walmart. In America it will be Walmart. Oh, pardon me. But it served me well. But it is starting to come apart. Holes appearing. So I will have to go back to using that big black one I used to have, especially if I want to carry this chair around. But this bag has served me really well. I bought it during lockdown, when the first lockdown happened, around about March 2020, and never got to use it for 3 months. Like I say, the first video I ever used it on was first out and about in 3 months. And yeah, served me well, this one. I'm going to retire this one, I think. I've got another one of these I have bought since, but I've just stuck with this one for some reason. Instead of blue straps on it, it's got orange straps on it. So maybe I'll bring that one out sometimes if I don't need to take the stool. But love this bag. It's nothing special, it's only about £15, if that. Go on in, go on in. Dogs. Go on in, go on in. Wait, wait, give it. Go on in. Go on in. Go on. Go on in. Go on in. Go away. Psst. Go on in. Go on in. Go on in. Go on in. Off you go. Good boy. I mean, I love dogs, don't get me wrong, but they can sniff out a Rump's 21-day matured rump steak cooking anywhere, I'll tell you. Unbelievable. Right, let's get this Bushbox put away. So there you go, my old Ozark trail from Asda, 5 years old, all packed. That's what it looks like when it's all packed away. And yeah, I like backpacks that don't. I mean, I do love the old camo backpacks, and you know, the Northern Ireland patrol packs, and I think they're great. But I want to look. I always want something that doesn't look so obvious that you're going into the woods and things like that, you know. I do love them, do love those packs, all the space they've got in it. But I mean, in this I've got me, I've got my water bottle, my cup, the wood is in there. I actually bought my frying pan today. I forgot I was doing it on my on the grill plate, so I bought that as well. Kettle's in there, knives, forks. What else? Well, my rubbish is in there. The only thing I can't get, and I'm not going to be able to get in this, is this stool. And I'll need this. I'm going to need this stool from now on, for comfort, for my own health and safety. So yeah, it's like saying goodbye to an old friend, really. I'm not going to cry. Right, let's get this stool put away. See what fiasco I can make of that. Right, so let's see if we can put this thing away. Yeah. Thing is with it, it so desperately wants to put itself back together again. Desperately wants to put itself back together again. And when you get it all apart, hang on. Hang on. See, look, it's so desperate to get itself back together again. It's very awkward. Wish I could find that video on the Amazon again that shows, because they do it really easy on that. I will get used to it in the end. Oh, that's it, yeah. Twist it like that. Put it together like that. Velcro it up. like that. And then you grab your bag and you put it away, just like that. There we go. All put back together again. It is awkward to begin with, but I'm going to practice with it. And I'll see if I can find that video again. But like I said earlier, if you go on Amazon, there was a video on it, and they were just pulling it apart, boom, boom, folded. I can't do that yet. And there's no instructions comes with it, so I don't know why they've taken that video down all of a sudden. It was there 2 days ago, and now it's not. Yeah, £22 that was, and I think it's going to make a world of difference, because it means I don't have to look for a log, I don't have to look for a tree stump to sit on, which is always a pain. Yeah, so that's it. So let's put this backpack on for what could possibly be the very last time. Been through a lot of adventures, me and this backpack, over the last 5 years, or very nearly 5 years, since the first lockdown. Yeah, I do like it, and like I say, if I do need to use a small bag again, I can use my the new one I bought last year with orange instead of blue, because this one is starting to fall apart now. So yeah, and on that note, if you like the video, consider giving it a thumbs up, a little subscribe maybe if you're not subscribed, that'd be groovy, and don't forget to share as well. That always helps the channel. And yeah, I'll see you next time I'm moving about, wherever it may be. Who knows? Do like this though. See you next time. Bye.